Hi, I'm Bill Kane with Packerland Websites, and I want to tell you a little bit about internet health. When people think of the internet, a lot of times they think about websites, maybe social media, maybe pay-per-click ads. And the problem is they think it's one strategy here, websites and social media and different things. Really, it's one ball of strategy. And we want to go over a little bit what's all included in that ball. Usually you hear something called SEO, which stands for Search Engine Optimization. And a lot of people say, let's get our SEO going, and what the heck is that? Basically, there's two ways to be found on the internet. One is organic, which the nice way of saying is free, where people find you when they're looking. The other one is driven, which is what you pay for. So if you have good SEO, you're going to rank higher in the standings and be found free, and people will find you a lot quicker. There's two main ways of having good SEO. One is on a website. When you're building your website, how often are your keywords mentioned? How often is your location mentioned in your services? And is the website a cookie cutter website, or is it one built for what you're looking at doing? Other strategies are called off-site optimization. This is how many links do you have coming in? What's on Google Places? What's on Google Maps? How are people finding you? You combine the two, and that works together as an optimization strategy. Our next thing is analytics. Whenever you have a goal for advertising, it's nice to track that goal to see how it's working. You can buy a radio ad and not know whether you're reaching 100 people, 1,000 people, or no people. With analytics, it'll tell you how many people are coming to your website, where they live when they're coming to your website. It'll even tell you what keywords they're using to find your website. The great thing about this, it's free. It's something that we set up in all our websites and help to teach people how to use. Because if you don't know how your website strategy is working, how can you tell what's going on? Our next thing is mobile websites. Again, this is another strategy working with your main website. The idea is that when people use a mobile device to look at you, over half the time they take instant action. Why do they use mobile devices? It's handy, it's quick. They might have a problem. Who do I call? Boom, they hit the dial button. It's called mobile redirects, so your website is mobile friendly. Typically, some of these websites for mobile redirects are only $150, but they increase your sales dramatically. Social media, everybody hears that buzzword. Either they know they should be doing it, they don't, or their eyes glaze over. There's a lot of strategies with Facebook and Twitter. One's very social, one is business related. They each have a strategy, and they're not that difficult to work with, but it's something you need to be doing. Another element is newsletters. You may have an email list already, which means you're sending out a newsletter as an email. The advantage of a newsletter with something like Constant Contact is that it only costs about $15 a month. It looks professional, it tracks the people, it tells you who actually read your newsletter. But what's really exciting for web builders, when you send a newsletter, it matches your website with Constant Contact, and all the buttons on your newsletter work like a website. So you're basically emailing somebody your website when you send them a newsletter. When you're meeting with a designer or a social media specialist, or especially maybe some of those people that promise you can be number one on Google, you want to ask how or why, and they should be able to give you some straight answers. How are they going to help you be better on your Google Maps? What are the strategies going to be with newsletters? What type of optimization are they going to do? Keep in mind there's good ways of doing it and bad ways of doing it. They're called white hat and black hat techniques. And if you do the wrong strategy, that'll actually put you negative with Google and the other search engines. If you'd like to see this video again, see Lenzyme.com. Lenzyme will have this video on their website, easy to view. And there's other elements too, but those will be your key elements. And the key thing to keep in mind with internet health is make sure it stays in one ball. They all complement each other. I'm Bill Kane with Packerland Websites. I'd be more than happy to talk to you more about this, explain it in more detail and how it works, and that will make you more successful, give you a better return on investment. Thank you. I'm Bill Kane with Packerland Websites, building winning websites.